Hi. So, a little bit impromptu thing. Also, really quick, just to start off, I'm wearing blue light glasses. I don't actually wear glasses. But the reason why we're here. So we are jumping into Emerald VOD 7. Reason for that being is as I was going through editing VOD 6 very, very lightly, it was actually a YouTube video that I had originally posted. And as I was looking back through the footage, it was nice to be able to hear my thoughts. I think the problem is I went a little bit too. I didn't really have a script, so I just kind of was going for it, and I was actually really upset with just kind of listening to the tones that I used, and I don't think I really elaborated very eloquently on things that I was hoping to see in the 30th anniversary. So I, due to just not really being happy with the kind of that, I didn't really want to post that again. But I just wanted to kind of let you all know that there is going to be a missing space in the VODs. It is going to go from VOD 5 into VOD 7. Again, VOD 6, going back and trying to edit it is to elaborate on so a little bit more back end stuff to that kind of ties into that specific VOD. This is a little bit rambly. I have ADHD. There's no script for this, but when I recorded or when I did that stream, it was a couple days before the Pokemon 30th Pokemon Presents. What my intention is I wanted to talk about 30 things that I wanted to see for the 30th anniversary. It was inspired very heavily by a video by Dusty Go-Goat, and there were multiple different YouTubers that were brought on, and it came out to somewhere around 20-ish different things that people were looking for, being a little bit of a missed opportunity. I felt like I wanted to sit down and talk about 30 things that I wanted to see. And that was really what I wanted in the presents itself. As I did the stream, I ended up getting all the footage I needed. I ended up uploading the video on the channel, but that was also before I had a little bit of a snafu where I was trying to tidy up my YouTube channels. There was one channel that just wasn't being used. I was uploading all my VODs, so I was kind of trying to switch everything into having a single main channel. That would just be where I uploaded everything. And when I deleted what I thought would have been the main channel, it ended up deleting everything. So fast forward, I want to say this was back in February, March of 2026. So I ended up having to go back through and re-upload everything that I had uploaded up to that point, except for reactions to the new Mega Evolutions that were added for the Mega Dimension DLC for ZA, and then the 30 things for the 30th anniversary, because that would have happened, all of that stuff happened before I was like re-uploading. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I conveyed that correctly. So having to go back through and re-upload the VODs and kind of get back to, essentially catching up to where we were at in streams. Now, going back, I was looking through the VOD and editing it, and what I had done when I did the official upload is I cut out some of the dead time just between, I'd finish like bullet point 14 and going into 15, but there was a little bit of dead air. I say a lot. I've probably said quite a number of times already. But to try and kind of finish this up, as I was listening to it, I was actually wincing. I think that's the word. I was kind of essentially cringing in my seat, listening to myself talk about these certain things. I wasn't really providing an explanation very well. I wasn't explaining it very eloquently. So that was the reason why VOD 6 is not going to be uploaded on the channel. Will I end up using some of that footage for maybe a long form video talking about my Pokemon Emerald project? 100%. It's entirely possible. And the nice thing about it is it's very possible that I won't have to keep the audio. So you'll just see me doing the gameplay, and it wasn't really anything overly dramatic that I was doing for the gameplay. Again, that's something that I hope to talk about a little bit more in the more podcasts. Don't have a name for it. It might be kind of a goofy name, nothing too serious, but it's just gonna kind of get through. Sorry, it's gonna kind of just be getting through some of the backlog and the off-stream recordings that I've done. So be able to see how it went when I was working on grinding Pokemon contests and see that progression for those that are interested. That's kind of what the plan is. I don't know if that's going to be like hey, on Fridays that's going to be an upload. I still do have some stuff to do here on my back end to get that all set up. I might actually work on trying to record a little bit of the like first episode, just so I can start the process, get back into a somewhat regular upload schedule. I hope you enjoyed this VOD. I just barely started the editing of it actually I think it was a couple days before I'm recording this. I do hope you enjoy. I hope to see you guys soon. I am looking to jump back into streaming over on Twitch. For those who maybe have followed when I was briefly doing a multi-stream, I think there's just a little bit too much here on my back end that I have to worry about. I'm gonna hold off on trying to do multi-streaming for some time, just until I can get that back end stuff. Let me get back into the groove of streaming. Hope to see you soon. I'm not gonna spoil what I'm planning to stream, but I think it's gonna be a franchise that a lot of people are very fond of. It's something that I've had very, very, very little time playing. Again, still stuff that I'm working on here on my side, but hoping to get at least something started so that way I can interact with some of the cool folks that I've had the opportunity to interact with since I've started streaming. This has been a pretty rambly thing, so I do appreciate you all for allowing me to take up some of your time, kind of allow me to explain kind of what's going on. Why is there technically a VOD missing? I will be uploading it as VOD 7. It's just the 6 is just not something that I'm really happy with putting out. I want, more than anything, I want this community with streaming, even though it's not a large community. What my goal with it is create a space that people can come together, talk about video games, and have a good time. And it ultimately starts from myself, and I don't think that VOD really allows me to do exactly that. I think there is obviously going to be conversations that people have where it's like, I like this game, I don't like this game, and then the other person was like, oh well, I like that game but I don't like the other one. And there should be that communication. There should be the ability to sit down, talk about it, and express your thoughts without getting hostile. And I think there was a lot of hostility in the way that I approached the 30th anniversary Pokemon Presents kind of hopes. And it's what it wasn't necessary. So ultimately, that's kind of the reason for it. Some of this the kind of rambly video might end up getting cut just to that way the VOD isn't extended for an extensive amount of time. I may also just upload this as a separate thing. I don't know. We'll see. I'll worry about that in editing, but I'll have all my links down in the description. Hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself. Be good to one another. And we'll see you soon. And stay safe. Enjoy the VOD. Chat. I forgot that my webcam was off. Hello. We're back. And we're going to be working on some more Pokemon Emerald. Just to make sure that the game audio isn't too loud. Let me configure that real quick. Okay, let me turn it down just a tad. But chat, we have some cool things to show off. So I did a little bit of work off stream, and I was able to finally get the shiny Milotic that we're going to be using for the Battle Frontier team. So, did some Pokeblock blending thanks to, and I don't know if he's in chat, but Moki TCG, absolute homie. If you are not already following him, definitely do so. He is both here on Twitch and on YouTube. Stu Magoo, what's up, my boy? How are things? I haven't gotten to talk to you in a minute. But yeah, let me also, because chat looks a little bit high up on. So let's put chat right there. But the intention right now is we're just doing a little bit of level grinding. I want to get the Milotic up to level 50 for Battle Frontier. Been busy, my debit card info. Dude. No, that's good that you were able to catch that. That's horrible. No, I'm super sorry to hear that. Another thing that I did while off stream is I was able to spending, oh yikes, in Europe. That's not bueno at all. Another thing really quick just to show off before. Hey, Meow Meow Sandy, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Also, while I was off stream, I was able to get the normal beauty contest ribbon. So that feels good. Stu, thank you so much for the resub with Prime. 3 months, brother. 3 months. 07. No, Meow Meow, you absolutely right. Yep, so I got first contest ribbon. So chat, I opened up a poll in my Discord, which I should have my sound alerts popping up the Discord link. Let me confirm that just while we are here. Make sure it's the correct link. Timed messages. Let me edit this. Just make sure that it's all up to date. No, it is not. Confirm. And then I'm also going to set up the timer. You know, you'd think that I would have prepped this before stream, but here we are. And I believe I'm going to have to eventually update my bio here on Twitch to actually show the correct links. But got sound alerts that will be popping up links to the YouTube channel as well as the Discord. But I did open up a poll, and the question is, for the Battle Frontier team, because I am going to be ribbon mastering stuff, do y'all want to see that here in the stream layout? So it'll be like, you know, Pokemon Sprite with the number of ribbons that they have. Is that something y'all want to see in the layout? So that is the question of the day. If you are watching this VOD when it eventually gets posted to YouTube, that's been a whole disaster. Let me know in the comments down below as well. But we're just gonna jump into doing some Elite Four to get Milotic up to level 50, and hopefully, fingers crossed, actually get to use her in one of the battle facilities. So we're just gonna be ripping some fights against the Elite Four, at least until Milotic gets to a relatively comfortable position. Stand by just a second, chat. So this run should be not too bad. I've done this run I'm not sure how many times against the Elite Four, so I know relatively well what I'm going up against. Also, for those in chat, I do have some channel point rewards. Go ahead and take a look at those, and if you got the channel points, spend them, baby. Because definitely need the hydration, so don't be afraid to hit me with that hydrate. Starly XCX, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. How was the VGC ladder, and how'd that end up going? Well, I was saving up 10,000, but I feel an urging for 25,000. I thought your name was clever because it's kind of a play on like Charlie XCX. So I got you. Hitmaster that's pretty good. No, that's not bad at all. 23 and 8. Because you were using the Swordfish team, right? From nothing? Yeah, that's solid. I think there will be a little bit of VGC stuff that I do on stream as well at some point before, just so before Scarlet and Violet basically stops their ranked seasons, because I do intend to Ribbon Master, and just basically getting it set up is definitely something. I love Swordfish. I'm going to use it next month at locals. Let's go. That's awesome that you've got a local scene to be able to do VGC stuff with. I've got a few people that I can do some VGC stuff, but it's kind of hit or miss whenever I can make the events. There's just not where I'm at, it's just not like a huge thing. Yeah, because I remember it was Kyogre, Zacian, and who were the rest of the Mons on that team? Because I'm thinking about whenever I actually sit down and do some rank ladders, I'm thinking about playing some super jank. Everybody loves a good bit of jank. All right, Sydney's down. That's good. And then, because I should still have Sceptile as the lead, I should be able to jump right into the Phoebe fight with very, very minimal issue. Only thing is, even though I've got my EV trained Sceptile, is I just can't get the one-hit knockout with Pursuit. So, bummer, but, you know, we do what we can. Yeah, not having access on Sceptile to do, like, you know, some sort of a Calm Mind or Nasty Plot thing to boost special attacks, since the physical special split in Gen 3 is a little bit, you know, it's not the physical special split like we have in Gen 4. That's kind of a bummer. Kyogre, Zacian, Chien-Pao, Amoonguss, Urshifu. I was using Jank today because I need to get the ribbon on Palmy. Oh, my Switch is making it run right now, trying to get that. Okay, I've done the same thing for Partner Mark, so I 100% know what you're talking about. I did my favorite one to do is I'll take, you know, once I put the Joy-Cons into the little controller that came with the Switch, is just throw a hair tie in it and just run in a circle of Mesagoza. And I think one of the times I had come back and looked at it is I started, you know, in this location over here, and I had spun myself over, you know, yonder this way, so it was really amusing. Let's... Hopefully the confusion doesn't knock me out. Let's go. Okay, now what I want to do is the question of the day. I want to actually be up here. I'm doing that with the olive field and a throwaway control. Yeah, that's fair. We're moving the question of the day to a different spot here on stream, but I did present this a little bit earlier. Do you want to see the Ribbon Master progress in the stream layout? So if that's something you want to see here on screen, just as we're doing Pokemon Emerald stuff, let me know. If you don't want to and you would just rather hear me talk about it on stream, let me know. Where's the... it should be in Pokemon General. I'm 90% certain that that's where I put the poll. I think I saw Dusclops coming out, so I don't need to switch. Yeah, because I figure is, at least for whenever we're streaming Pokemon Emerald, and since I am working on some Ribbon Master stuff, it would make sense, but I don't know, you know, if it might end up making the stream too cluttered or anything like that. Got you, Stu. I got you. Just don't get the freeze. Maybe you can make the gameplay smaller on OBS than have a... Oh, true. That's not a bad idea, Starly. That is not a bad idea. Yeah, that way it'll free up a little bit of space around. Because I should have a background. I think I just ended up kind of maneuvering just maneuvering everything just to try and essentially maximize gameplay. Sableye, we will switch. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a decent way up in levels with this climb, and then if I black background is okay. Okay. I wanted to, you know, if I have the ability to spruce it up a little bit, I'll definitely do it. But if y'all are good with just a plain black background, then I'm more than okay with that as well. I do need recover on Milotic. Now I just gotta double check that I have enough toxic TMs for to put the last touch on her. This Pelipper, so this Pelipper, part of the reason that I did get it in Emerald is I used it in my most recent Ruby playthrough for my now completed Living Dex, which feels so good to say, but both in that playthrough and in this, Pelipper is an absolute machine. I'll get to show it off a little bit more here in a little bit. I think you start with Celio, right? Right? Because I should be able to just Giga Drain and get all my health back. Now, if it ends up being a situation that Glalie comes out, I'm going to activate the Profound Sadness. Okay, we're good. Yeah, and I should be able to just hit this, get all my HP back, and the Celio shouldn't be a problem. Chat, hope everybody's doing good today. It is a Monday, but you know what? Workday's over, hopefully for everybody, and time to just vibe the rest of the night. Yeah, we'll hit another drain on Celio. This should for sure put me all the way up. Sick. Wall rain. Just got home from gym and groceries and no mark on Palmy. No. I bet you'll be able to get it today. You might just have to run around a little bit longer. That's what I'm guessing. I say give it another 20 minutes. Oh, Minon's actually a higher level than Sceptile. I'll go ahead and keep Sceptile in just to get the extra. Leaf Blade, I think, is enough. Just eaten dinner, made whole Brazilian. Oh, stew, that sounds so good. Brother over here eating just exquisite cuisine. Why is it that every time you come into my stream, brother, you are literally just making the best meal? Streaming my matches in half an hour, so I'll play and then hopefully use it again next week if I make top cut. The team is so wacky. Oh, nice. No, that'll be awesome. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how the how everything goes with your locals. Guys who can cook for real. I do the cooking in my household and I like to cook good food when I can. You're doing a great job, my man. You are doing a phenomenal job. This Galili's gonna take a flamethrower, and we're just gonna happily walk into what's his face's name, his room. I get my ass beat at locals mercilessly, but oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bummed out that I haven't been able to find like a consistent group that I could meet up with for like VGC locals. So, you know, I just kind of meet up with the people that I meet up with whenever I can. It's been a while since I've been able to meet up with them, just because stuff going on. But hopefully the next locals is the turnaround. All right, let's put Pelly up front, cause Drake. Do you check event locator? Some of my US friends drive like 2 hours. We did. Gotcha. So I have checked event locator, and I haven't been able to find anything. At least like whenever I search, there's 0 of anything that pops up, and I think that covers the entire state. So I might have to go about some like other means to try and figure it out. One of the options, and I don't particularly love the prospect of it, but like Reddit, or, you know, just reaching out to, you know, maybe different Discords that I'm in, like, hey, you know, is there anybody that's into, you know, doing this kind of a thing, and see if there's enough buzz to actually get stuff going. But yeah, I'd love to be able to mess around with it, because I've got some really dumb jank ideas, but I just don't really get a chance to test it out. You should be seeing, chat, the sound alerts did pop up. I do have a YouTube video dropping tomorrow. You know, not to flex or anything. And then here in just a few minutes, there should be a invite for the Discord server. So keep your eyes out for that. I think Kingdra should be coming up next. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's 2 T-bolts will do it. Oh, really? Yes, Stu, make sure to click the bell to opt into all notifications. Yeah, I'll have to double check again on the event locator, just in case something might have actually started or at least like started showing up recently. But so I think the last time I looked on event locator was maybe a year or 2. So definitely not a bad idea. Stares at chat expectantly. See, the thing is I've noticed, Stu, that you're the person that I can rely on in chat to be just ready to drop heat at any second. I actually watched back one of the old VODs that was previously uploaded, but because of a small boo-boo, the entire channel got deleted. But going back and like rewatching some of those VODs, you're hysterical, brother. It's that dad humor, that's what it is. not too worried going into this fight about potentially taking an L. That dad gods imbued me with air power. Well, and you got it twice. So you're dad joke maxing over there. This guy's over here being funnier than me. What kind of nonsense is this? Gen 3 music still rips. All right, lizard time. I think I hit the wrong button, but we might be able to pull something funny here. Okay. I think the EVs were enough. Plus I'm, what was it, like 30 levels higher? Wallace just looks like a tool. I feel like you get two sides of Wallace. Either Wallace being an absolute homie or Wallace being an absolute asshole. And there's not really an in-between. Gonna get ready for a stream, but have fun. I think you can win because everyone succeeds. Yeah, I've definitely got the advantage here, so I'm not too scared, but you know, there's been weirder things that have happened. But Starly, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope your stream goes well, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon. Oh, Stu, that food looks so good, brother. Okay. All right. Chat, there's a link to the Discord in the chat. So if you are not already a part of it, go click the link. We got a lot of different channels, so we got a lot of places that you can just chat about whatever, honestly. Just about. All right, Tentacool. I think if the AI does what I think it is, I think Gyarados is coming next. Yep. Gyarados will be a quick, easy knockout. Excuse me. My rich friend's daughter had her first birthday party on Saturday. Yo, an entire roasted pig? That's insane. Oh, that sounds glorious, brother. I accidentally hit the B button. Whoops. All right, so we gotta do a quick little switcheroo-ski, which I don't think I have to worry about too much. Yeah, it's just gonna go Earthquake. I'm distracting you. Stu, you're doing a great job of it. Nah, you're all right, brother. You are all right. Cool. Whiskash is down. Ludicolo. Shiny Sceptile looking like a vampire. I could see that. Homie looks like he saw a ghost. Said, what was that? Alright. Hit a Vital Throw, and we should be taking the championship home, baby. Sheesh. Just hit 75 with Hariyama. 35 with Milotic. We're cooking. Ooh, what does... Oh, Rain Dance is tough? Tough? Now we'll leave Rain Dance off. Now I gotta double check with Gen 3 contests, because I know there are some like different, you know, like if I'm in like a beauty contest, for instance, which I'll tell you what, I personally am not winning. But if I know that I could do pairings for, like, you know, Rain Dance with whatever, or, you know, pair this with this. But I found out recently that when you enter a contest, is there like 2 subcategories that actually kind of play into the stats. So knowing that, it's hair. Wallace is going for a fuckboy and Protog at the same time. He 100% is, dude. I could see it. I could totally see it. But I wonder if... Sorry, I was listening. No, you're good. You're good. That was a good comment. But I wonder if the tough condition moves, how that works in like a beauty contest. Like, obviously it's not gonna raise the crowd or like their excitement, but I could combo it. I might be able to do something cool if it works properly. So I'll have to do a little bit of gandering at just some like contest guides, just to make sure that I'm not, you know, potentially thinking about running Rain Dance and I'm actually just setting setting myself up to throw. Look at how good this team looks. Oh, absolutely goated shiny. That's a good looking team, chat. I'm, you know, not to toot my own horn, but that's a good looking team. Worthy of the champion pick for sure. Yeah, brother. All right. We'll reset the GameCube. All right. Make sure everything restarted correctly. So, as you can see, there is a GameCube in the room that is not the same color as my GameCube. Oh, dude. The Game Boy Advance chime, the one for Game Boy Color, and the PlayStation 1 like intro is still among my favorite sounds in the universe. Just so much nostalgia. Oh, I'm just seeing the picture of the roasted pig you sent me, Stu. That's glorious. Had my Advance SP with black yellow carrying case from GameStop. Yes. Oh, I actually just recently picked up it was in the classic like 2000s the classic 2000s like packaging, but it's a 4-player GBA link cable. And so that's what I was using to help me do all my like Pokeblock blending. And it hurt me to open it. All right, let's get a little bit of grinding. Just let's see how much experience we get from like this wild Golbat. And this is with the experience share, so I'm gonna be getting it a little bit faster. Boy, I want to dig my Game Boy out of storage. It's still in my truck. Oh, dude, that would be hard if you did. See what all games you've got. That'd be sick. Because we might be able to just run 976. Let me see if I can run into like a Graveler or a Lairon. Not the Pokemon I was looking for. Do I have the ability to just take you out one shot? Because that'd be cool. Yeah. Okay, at least Zubats we can knock out pretty easy. Ah, that's not much at all. Lego Star Wars, lots of Pokemon titles, Super Mario's. That's cool. Don't look behind me. Huh? What's up, Moki? Chat, can we get some claps for Moki for helping me with getting all my Pokeblock recipes? If not for Moki, this shiny Milotic would not be what it is. Dude, just doing some grinding to get up the Milotic to level 50, man. How are you? It's been a couple days since I talked to you last. It's a loud fella. Yeah, we'll see what the experience output for... Yeah, dude, shiny Milo is so pretty. Like, I was telling my girlfriend, because she had asked what is probably the prettiest Pokemon, and I showed her Milo, and she's like, nah, I vibe with that. Only 720? Yeah, I think just doing another Elite Four run, and I should have a handful of rare candies still. I have 5 rare candies. Oh, also while I was off stream, I got the scarves for contest conditions, so that'll be useful if it ever comes up. Milo is dude. You know, I like that. You know, there's a lot of parallels between the, you know, Milo line and Gyarados with like the ugly duckling sort of gimmick, but there is something about what they did with Milo. And like, I wasn't ever really a big fan of Milo up until, dude, honestly, like 2 or 3 months ago. And I guarantee that as I get to use Milo in the Battle Frontier, it's going to change even more. So we're gonna do a slightly, I don't want to say this is gonna be like a slightly risky run, but at least just to get a little bit of extra experiences, we're gonna lead off Milo and then just like switch stuff in. Just to try and get as much extra. Deadmau5 would have a Loudred and wouldn't even evolve it to Expud because it would ruin. Yeah, I 100% would see that. Or they would like have the, you know, they would have an extra and evolve it into Exploud just to be like, all right, we need you for this base drop, brother, and you're just gonna hide in the back. calling it Milo like the creepy kid from the Connect announcement trailer. Oh, what I could actually do is, because the Intimidate drop was already put on Milo, is I could just switch Hariyama and commit absolute crime. We love crime. It's unfortunate we missed the fake out, but guess what? Vital Throw doesn't care about accuracy drops. So guess what? I laugh in the face of 3 sand attacks. I laugh. I don't think the critical hit mattered, but I'll happily take it. Shift tree. Yeah, with this run will go a little bit slower just because we're going to be doing a little bit of switching around. I think against Drake, we're not going to do it every Mon. I don't know that we're going to do it with Phoebe. Maybe do it with Phoebe. Yeah, we'll see how cocky I'm feeling. +2 evasiveness. Don't care, brother. That's a decent chunk of experience, so I'll take that. Absol. I'm not going to switch just because guaranteed Swords Dance and then Aerial Ace into Hariyama sounds not fun. Gonna lurk while I do some cleaning. Sounds good, Moki. Hopefully the cleaning doesn't go too long. All right, Cacturn. I am okay with doing the switcheroo-ski here. Cacturn's a Pokemon that I've always thought was pretty neat. Unfortunately, it's just the stats aren't very good on it, so it's like, but design-wise, homie's a cactus. That's so cool. Yeah, big fan of cactus. Cactus Pokemon, not, cactus plant. All right, Cacturn's down. It's a Crawdaunt. Another solid Pokemon. I love both. I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time. Let's throw Minun in. Just so that way Minun gets in some reps. Swords Dance seems good. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so that felt like a pretty good run for experience on Milo. Nice. Almost up to a level. Fingers crossed we can get a level in the Phoebe fight. Other than an animatic of spinning ghost swords, I have never seen the actual dance of Swords Dance rendered. I don't even know that they're in, like, the anime, they actually do, like, a full dance for Swords Dance. I don't even think they do one for Dragon Dance. So, I don't really know what that looks like. But I think, I want to say I had seen a clip in the anime of, like, it was just, like, swords floating around the Pokemon. It's like, sure, but, like, no? That's what I'm saying, dog. That is what I am saying. It's a missed opportunity is what it is. Happily take that. Hit 37. So I think if we can hit a level up per Elite Four, at least one level up per Elite Four member, I think we're making at least decent headway. Now, if I could hit 2 level ups, that would be even better. Although, to be fair, dude, I have seen a little bit of stuff for end credits, but I'm not going to spoil that to anybody in stream who intends to play it. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not a big, I'm not somebody who's super big into Minecraft, and I've never played Animal Crossing, so I can't really speak on my opinion for that. But those kind of cozy type games are just not something that's really appealed to me that much. And Pokopia is really, really looking like something that I feel like I can enjoy. So, one day, maybe, potentially, possibly, when I get a Switch 2, I will, I'll try to play it, but, I just, as someone who doesn't own a Switch 2, it's just not, like, super on my radar right now. Now, I will end up having to, once more information releases about Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, then I'll have to cross the bridge about a Switch 2 at that point. But at least as of this second, it's not, like, overly necessary. I've only seen the trailers, but the implication that says that, dude, I've caught a little bit of like the lore, and that very much that vibe. Yeah, so for those watching that saw me do the quick attack, is after that grudge is I didn't want to essentially have that take all my pursuit power points. So I basically just wasted the turn for Phoebe. Yeah, I took a little bit of damage, but I'd rather have access to pursuit for this fight. Yeah, there's from what I've seen with Pokopia is it's phenomenal all around. Like I really think it's a very charming looking game. Pelipper doesn't care about your double team. Pelipper says, "You're done." You're done. Okay. Let's get Sceptile back out. Oh, I should have put Milo in and then switched. That's fine. That's fine. We got 2 levels out of this fight, so I'd say that was a pretty good Elite Four challenge. So I should be able to get a little bit out of Glacia. Did this Elite Four chicken come back for some? Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I think there's been, like, theories as to, like, if Phoebe came from the region that Sun and Moon is from. But I don't know if there's, like, for sure confirmation of it. But yeah, no, like the very tropical, you know, Pacific Islander kind of aesthetic and really inspiration. Celio, you're probably gonna set up Hail. Let's at least try and heal up Sceptile. Yep. Sets up the weather. Let's go Giga Drain. This should be one-hit knockout. I don't think... Okay, not quite full HP, but we got a good chunk back. Celio, we're gonna do the same thing. After this battle too, I'm gonna see if I have an extra toxic TM, so that way I can use that on Milo. You might go for an ice move. So we'll throw Minun out, because I don't really want to lose Sceptile. Okay. Actually, Sceptile coming out wouldn't have been a problem. Thunderbolt should be a clean knockout. Cool, yeah, Celio. I know I've used Minun a little bit in Elite Four runs recently. It's just been a minute since I've done like remember you. Brain, what are you doing? It's been long enough since I've used Minun that I don't remember certain interactions, at least for like damage calcs. Yeah, if I wasn't doing like switch training, I would have set up or put Camerupt in, but not wanting to risk losing too much HP so I could just fire off eruptions is part of the reason that I'm not doing that. Now, if we were just doing like raw, just run through and not doing this like switch in, switch out thing, then Camerupt, I'd be just pressing the funny button. I wonder if this Glalie gonna try and reset Hail up. Yep. Which that's not gonna be a problem, because we'll just hit Vital Throw. Just so long as we don't get the freeze. Okay, we're good. We're good. Easy peasy. Alright, Wall Rain. This is definitely going to be one where I switch into Minun, because with Hail Up, I don't want to get hit by that. I don't want to throw Sceptile into a perfect accuracy Blizzard. I'm good. I'm A-okay. Yeah. Yeah, not, don't really want that happening this run. Just... Interesting. Like, listen, I know the technology makes it so that the computer doesn't have, like, the best. I was about to call paralysis on that. That would have been sad. But, like, I know, you know, the Gen 3 computer's not going to be the most intelligent. But not hitting Blizzard? Glacia. Would. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's use some potions, just get some homies back up to full. Just so that way, make our lives just a tad bit easier. Sceptile, I have the ability to just recover the damage that was done thanks to Giga Drain. So not too worried about that. Alright, so we'll switch Pelipper in on the Shelgon. Ice Beam it, and then we're not going to do the swappy swap in front of the Salamence. Just because that sounds... That sounds like Pelipper is going to get hurt really bad. At a certain income threshold in Emerald, I would just sell my potions at full heals. Just deal exclusively in full. That's... So I've pretty much moved entirely into, like, max potions, full heals, and full restores. Just because full restores are so valuable. Getting, like, the double whammy, if you will. Just what beauty condition? Oh, it's beauty. That might be something to consider. Okay. 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 It's good to know. You could buy them at the store right before the... Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, and that's something that's really nice, is I'll just kind of stock up and have just everything. But I think what's happened is I've reached a point in the playthrough. I may have played a lot. I am right there with you, dude. Hoenn, I think, might be the region that I put the most time into in my life, just between Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Dude, I put hours into this region. But yeah, just... I think I'm at the point in the playthrough where I don't really need to come through, like, stock up on items. Chat, I'm gonna be a little greedy. I wanna see how badly I'm punished. Same, mostly because it hit when I had the least parental. Yeah. Do we live? Oh, let's go! Okay, so Milo has the potential. Dude, if I would have gotten that freeze, would have gone I would have popped off. I would have popped off. Now the question is, so obviously here I'm gonna switch. That's not even a question. But Chad, do we go for Risky Business Part 2 against this Flygon? Nobody can come anywhere near Big Man Blastoise. There's that Blastoise, no simp. That was an incredible run. That was an insane run. No, he didn't. Okay. Chat. We're gonna try and do a thing. We're gonna see if we're punished. Immediately punished, baby. Let's go. That's what I get. Immediately punished. Love that for us. Pour one out for the homie. So we're just gonna revive Milo back up, and then we'll just have Pelipper clean up. Yes, yeah, we'll still get experience after the revive. Yeah, dude, if I would have been able to, I'm so right. I play Pokemon way too much. I play it way too much. So you are A-okay, brother. Okay. Yeah, let's pop the max potion. So I think at the rate we're schmoovin', I think we should be able to hit like level 43 or so, at least, with the Wallace fight. Yeah, I think we just jump in. Things that I'm worried about is switching a Sceptile into a Blizzard, but you know, with the way that the computer has been going, I think we should be okay. Oh man, this tool again. Look at how fabulous he is, though. Look at him. Just showing off. He knows he's hot, and he's just flexing on everybody about it. He's just making it everybody else's problem. Cool. Yeah, so we just take the double edge. We Leaf Blade. And then once Wish Cash comes out, we'll put Sceptile back in and just go for Drain. Yeah, so we should be able to clean this fight up pretty well, and that's even with doing the like switch training we're doing with Milo. So what y'all are about to see is that I am the vastly superior one here. As you can see, my Milo is cooler than Wallace's. I don't make the rules here. I'm just, you know, saying it as it is. Hashtag Lady Milo. Yeah, I didn't even realize that until you said that. Yeah, Wallace's Milo is male. Did not ever really, like, put that together. Shows how much I pay attention, chat. This should be, yep, clean one-hit KO. Tentacruel. Yeah, because if for whatever, if by some miracle, I doubt it'll happen, but if by some miracle we end up getting to level like 46 by the end of this, we'd, you know, all the grinding would be done, but I don't think there's anything on Wallace's team that's going to be able to give that much experience. But we should be able to get a decent chunk. I think this Gyarados has Earthquake. So we'll go ahead and just leave the Minun in because I know I outspeed. Hey, President Fizz, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So Kid Stu was an idiot and didn't realize how hard Feebas were to get. I assume they were the Hoenn equivalent of Magikarp. Ultra Umbreon, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I ran the first time I saw... Oh, no. I ended up seeing my first... Oh, right on. Okay. Yeah, Riley's Discord's awesome. Not too bad, Ultra Umbreon. How are you? I hope your day's been going well. Yeah, glad you both decided to stop by. So, sorry I got distracted by a text message I just received, but apparently my brother is visiting my grandmother in... found on VHS the Green with Evil VHS from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So... that's hard. That's super hard. Dang, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's a cool find. Yeah, because I was, I think I was talking to a homie of mine recently. I think my grandmother... I don't know if she rented it or if she had bought it and just was like holding on to it. But it was like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Christmas special or something. And I remember watching that as a kid. But I don't know if she still has her hands on that, if it was a rental or not. But I was like, that's kind of nuts. All right. Did I? think I goofed that up. I don't remember if I put Milo in or just went right to Hariyama, but I think this should be the last mon of this run. Kind of, yes. So the Milo that I'm working on leveling up is part of a team of 6 that I've assembled specifically for the Battle Frontier. I finally just did, as of yesterday, is I did all the Pokeblock blending, so I'm going to essentially shoot for ribbon mastering. And I'm leaning towards possibly ribbon mastering all 6 of the Pokemon that I'm using in the Battle Frontier. But I'm also subject to maybe switch it to like only 3 of them, so it'd be kind of like my main core that I shoot for the Ribbon Master. So in a way, it's a little bit of a DTQ, but I'm also, because this is an all shiny playthrough, dude, hold on. Since you brought up the Pokeblocks, let me hold my thought on the DTQ part. Hold on. Wait. So in this notebook has been a lot of different things, both between my living decks as well as stuff with this Emerald playthrough. What are the main 3 you will use? So the main 3 that I've typically gone with and have done pretty well is Swampert, Metagross, Salamence. Since I got the Latios, I have relied on him quite a bit, but the main 3, so as the first 3 silver symbols were with Swampert, Mence, and Metagross. But so in this notebook, I know it's going to be mirrored. These are the notes that I have for making Pokeblocks. Like, I had to go between all 4 games and be like, okay, what berries do you have? Okay, what berries do you have? And had to plot what berries I had to trade over and what game was using what berries for each block. And just the amount of effort I had to go into just to make sure that I did it right is... President Fizz, same. I don't think I've ever taken detailed notes like that for anything in my life. But for Pokeblocks, all bets are off, apparently. But as we're spamming the B or the A button trying to get through this, because I'm genuinely not trying to brag, but I've just played like Gen 3 games enough times. I've seen this cutscene probably near a gajillion. But to jump back to the DTQ question that you had presented. So I recently finished a Living Dex. And with it, I went through and did a playthrough again of Ruby. I did one of Sapphire. And in this sort of like forever save is kind of what this is becoming. Is I actually acquired all the shinies of playthrough teams that I used during the Living Dex. So actually 5 of the 6 Pokemon you see on the screen right now, that was my Pokemon Ruby team. So because the Swampert and the currently Shroomish will eventually become a Breloom, those 2 Pokemon are part of what was my Sapphire team. Well, I haven't been able to really run them through the Elite Four because I'm trying not to get them over level 50. So it's kind of a collection of a lot of different things all together, but with the intention of, once I get my Ribbon Masters, once I get all the gold symbols, probably get a bunch of stuff for secret bases, is like this, that's going to just stay on this Emerald cart. I do have backup saves of the save file, so I will eventually move everything from Emerald out of the game, but because I'll have the backup, I'll be able to keep this save file like attached. It's just, unfortunately, you know, if I transfer out like Swampert at level 60 and, you know, move it up through all the different generations, is there is going to be the level disparity. So it'll be like, you know, level 60 in Emerald, but it's level 100 in Scarlet Violet, like what, you know, whatever that ends up being. But that's really the intention for this overall. I've completed Emerald an unholy amount of times, but have never been good enough. So I 100% feel that, Ultra Umbreon. So I will show you. So I have 4 silver symbols as of right now. In my life, I have only ever had 2 silver. I have never hit a gold. And the 2 silver that I did have as a kid were the Battle Arena and Battle Pike. So I'm already showing that I've learned a couple things about Pokemon, and I'm definitely getting some stuff done, essentially. So I didn't really look at guides while playing Emerald. It took me an unholy amount of time to get a shit. Oh no! I don't know at what point I got my Emerald guidebook, but I actually have still the same Pokemon Emerald guidebook that I had when I was a kid. So, like, having those couple relics from before I had, like, sold out of Pokemon, and this would have been when I was like 13, and then got back into it a year later. Being able to say that I still have my hands on some of the stuff from before then feels good. And then I've also got Pokemon games that used to be my sister's, but since she doesn't follow Pokemon as deeply as I have, it's kind of cool to be able to say, like, yeah, dude, I've got this game that, you know, we've had since, like, in the case of Pokemon Crystal, I had that since, like, 2002, somewhere in that ballpark. Damn, that sounds amazing. I will eventually start my Forever save file, too, on my Emerald just Oh, nice. Are you doing the hunt on Switch, or are you doing that on GBA? Okay, so it might end up being a case where if we still do some of that, like, Switch training stuff, we'll probably have to, once we hit, like, level 47, have to be kind of careful. If we can finish a battle, like, just hitting 47, pop a couple rare candies, and then Milo, it would be good to go. GBA, I'm OG. I don't even... Oh, really? Bro, that takes me back. I was exactly the same. I had no internet when I first played. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, you know, Cerebi, I think it was existing at the time, but, you know, I don't know that it had cataloged so, like, everything like it does now. But yeah, there was like, whatever my guidebook had for information, like, that's all the information I had. So it was, you know, now having access to these different guides for, here's how to maximize Pokeblocks, or here's how to do contests, it's a lot less of a guessing game now. But, you know, unfortunately is kind of losing out on being able to do the guessing game is now we're just like, I have so much. You're not really discovering it kind of for yourself in a way. But hell, I'll take that, because if I didn't have that, I'd already be quadruple my playtime and nowhere near as far as I am. Milo starts carrying weight herself now? Yo? Now I really want to dig my trunk out, but I don't know if I can face my... Stu, please, please, please DM me what you find in there. I am so ready. I actually just, a month and a half ago, just went through old sketchbooks from when I was in junior high and was like looking at old drawings, and that was an experience to do with my girlfriend. Yeah, it was surprisingly a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh inspired art than... We get the freeze! What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! My old drawing book is probably in there despite the fact that I should have burned it. The cringe. Listen, fam, we all went through it. We all went through it. Some people are still living in it. Dude, that freeze was sick. Dude, Milo already starting to carry her own weight is kind of huge. But that also means that, you know, I'm actually able to get a handful of reps before I actually start running her in the frontier. So that feels pretty good. Andre's Pokemon punching above their level. Yeah! Sorry for the question. I'm new to the stream. I love watching it. So I have for my Battle Frontier team, I have 5 of the 6 already leveled to 50. Right now, because I just evolved my Milotic yesterday, so now I'm actually just trying to get it to level 50, so that way everybody's at the same level. The only problem that I'm running into with the team composition is my Shroomish. Because Shroomish doesn't learn Spore until 54, is I have to wait, not really get to use him. Once I think I'm honestly going for 5 of the 7 silver before I start moving over to like the open level stuff. Once I do that, I'll pull everybody up to level 60. That way I can actually start using Breloom in the Battle Frontier. But what I'll do is, after this run through the Elite Four, chat, what we can do is we'll take a quick 5, and that way I can just go grab some more water because I'm getting low. And then we could do a quick little like team run through so I can show you what everybody looks like. And you know, also if for those who were not in the stream earlier, but definitely open to your thoughts, the questions over in the top corner. Would you like to see the Ribbon Master progress shown in the stream layout? Definitely curious on thoughts. I had somebody recommend is maybe just shrink the gameplay a little bit, just have everybody on the side, but very, very open to opinions, perspectives, anything like that. A bit off topic, do you think it's worth spending $135 for an e-reader and Eon ticket? I really want to hunt a real shiny. Yeah, so not knowing secondary market price for e-reader and Eon Ticket, I can't 100% speak on it, but 135 for both of them together sounds kind of like an incredible deal. Genuine, and like, I'm not, I'm more than happy to, like, promote bad decisions. That's what I bully my friends and do that all the time. But 135 for e-reader and Eon Ticket is really good, I feel like. Ooh, we get the dodge, brother. That's a good dodge. Because a Swords Dance Rock Slide sounds no bueno. No bueno one bit. Okay, so definitely hit 45. It's a custom Eon. Oh, gotcha. I do not want to learn Attract. Or you can wait another 5 years for Emerald to be added to Switch. Yeah, really. Yeah, because if it was 135 for e-reader and a genuine Eon Ticket, I think that'd be the easiest yes I would have probably ever said in my life. I surprisingly don't think that it's gonna be 5 years for Emerald to hit Switch. I don't know if you all follow any of the data mine stuff, but allegedly the ROM for Fire Red Leaf Green that's on Switch has coding to work with a Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So cool, like if that's any sort of indicator to say like, oh yeah, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are gonna hit the essentially the virtual console, whatever you want to call it. But the unfortunate thing is that could potentially mean sooner than later Pokemon Bank servers shutting down. As I dribble on myself. Yes and no. Step on chat. So because that coding would be in there anyways. Yeah. So I think part of why the Mystic taking a yes, yeah, that's what I was trying to get to, but my brain stopped doing the think. So because you have immediate access to those event tickets after you beat the Elite Four, and then there's also the Nintendo censorship thing, so you can't you can't nickname your rival asshole or dickhead. So there's like small adjustments to it, plus with the eventual home compatibility. I know it's not a complete one-to-one. It's just like very minute adjustments, but it does also sound very much like it's just the ROM just dropped in. That was worth the $16.99. Yeah, finding out about that, like, that's a huge thing. Weirdly enough, I was actually talking to a friend of mine on the phone last night, and the only reason that I really didn't find it particularly necessary for myself to buy it was I do have physical copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I said, yes, it would be cool to be able to, like, play the events, but it's not particularly something that I need to do or need to have, at least not at this moment. But yeah, getting the event tickets still, like, if you were a person who you're very nostalgic for Kanto or like you've never played Fire Red Leaf Green, picking up I think the $20 pickup is absolutely worth it. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the EXP share off of Milo going into the Glacia fight, because I kind of want to use Milo a little bit in the Drake fight and see how well she does. Because we know for sure that she can stand up pretty well against the Altaria. She doesn't do so hot against the Flygon. But I think going up against the Shelgon and the Altaria, we should be more than okay. For me, it was nice after years of playing emulators. Yes. Yeah, and the price for getting a physical copy of Fire Red Leaf Green now is high enough that it's inconvenient for players to be able to actually get their hands on it. So 100% like it's worth it for a lot of people, and you know, being able to have an official way to play the game and you can connect it to your Pokemon Home. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think the one thing related to Fire Red Leaf Green is I was a little bit surprised that it was the $20 price tag, or in your case, Ultra Umbreon, the $16.99. Because when you look at like the prices for when they did the Virtual Console releases on the 3DS, it was only $10. So it's like, you know, it would have been even better if they were cheaper, but like they also could have just been like, we're just not gonna release. They could have just not released them, and I think the option of releasing them a little bit more expensive is better than them like not having released them at all. Because like, you know, people that are nostalgic for the game or people who never played, it's giving them that access now, and that's very, very much worth it. All right, it's camera up time. Time to hit the funny button. So the TLDR, decent job. Decent job, Nintendo. All right, now after light screen is up, does this do enough? Wasn't even scared once, chat. Not scared once. Glalie number 2. Hail gets set up, but that shouldn't be a problem. Easy. Okay. Now we get to set Milo back up. Actually, we could probably just say screw it, not even... No, we should put the experience share on just so that way we can get the extra and just get a little bit closer to 50. And I'll make sure to drop a save before we start the Drake fight, just so that way I don't accidentally over-level. I'm from the UK, so... Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I was surprised the price for nearly $20 game, but the fact I can do the even... Yeah, no, 100%. Like, it's... There's a lot of things that... There were enough things that were done right with the release of Fire Red Leaf Green that the $20 or $16.99 in the UK is like, no, that's good enough. Based on available learn sets across various Pokemon generations, Glalie cannot learn the move Flip. There goes my plan to raise a little.
God damn it, Stu.
Oh, you cheeky little shit. Oh, it's so dope. It would have been a meme. That was good. That was good, sir. That was good. All right, we got a couple saves up. Flaily. That gave me a good chuckle, sir. Thank you for that. All right, Milo. Yep, you hit a protect. That's fine. So long as you don't double protect, we are Gucci. Knock yourself out with the recoil? Oh, Lord. Oh, you have Rockhead, you dickhead. Excuse me. I need to drink more water. Okay. If I was in the Pokemon universe, I would totally be a theme trainer the protagonist defeats. Alright, I will need to heal Milo before I bring her back out. Or we just leave her in and recover? Chat, for those who were here when I used Milo earlier, did I outspeed the Altaria before D-Dance? Did I outspeed? I don't remember if I outsped. I think so. Okay. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, and I've only got one Ice Beam left. Yikes. Okay, so let's at least hit the No! 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 F's in the chat. Can I get some F's in the chat? That's big sad, brothers. Okay. Okay, Altaria sets up a D-Dance. I think Pelly should still outspeed. We do. Excuse me. Okay. We got Immense coming out. Gimmick trainer, I could have a female Milotic with a standard name and a normal colored male one named Milotic. It's a double battle. That'd be hysterical. Wow. Look at my two Pokemon. They're two of the exact same. The movie's designed to drag out the time of the battle is, yeah, just stall. It's like, hey, hope you're not trying to get anywhere quickly, because you won't be, unless you're like, you know, super VGC brain. Let us dazzle you with our beautifully timed dance. Stu, the only thing that you don't have with that is it's not an out-of-pocket sentence enough. Because there be some trainers in Pokemon that say some out-of-pocket stuff. They be out here wilding. Okay. I think if I was in the Pokemon universe, I'd be one of those bug trainers with... Would you talk about shorts being comfortable and easy to wear, though? Because that would go kind of hard. Did you know Milotic's Dragon Dance helps attract chicks? Battle with the... there we go. There we go. I probably could actually hit level 50 without overshooting. I love shorts. They're so comfortable and easy to wear. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, chat. I am going to drop a save here. That way we don't potentially overlevel Milo in this battle. I need to fill up my water, and I also require the use of the facilities. So, stand by. Let me drop one more save. What I'm going to do is here in the chat, shout out to the chick in Fire Red that lost her top and Teens too. That's diabolical. Chat, I am dropping a link. And I am dropping... didn't copy... Whoop. Come on. Sometimes I know how to operate computers. Chat, I have dropped 2 links in. So that is for the YouTube channel as well as the Discord. I'm going to go use the facilities and I'm going to go grab some more water. Stick around. We're going to jump into the Wallace fight once I get back. So don't go too far. All right, we're back. All right, so the Milo, we're hoping not to overlevel, but we're gonna jump into the fight. And worst case scenario is if we hit 50, we just throw out Milo and just sacrifice her so we don't end up accidentally overleveling. But yeah, so in case I didn't say, I do have the YouTube and Discord links here in chat for you. So if you are not already following or subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can do so there, or you can join the Discord where we talk about. I mean, you can find stuff for Digimon, Pokemon, Souls games if that's something you're interested in. Just any of that stuff. Join the Discord. Glad I found a great. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, I'm really glad you're enjoying yourself, and glad I've been able to get to chat with you. It's been wonderful. I think we should be able to hit level 50. There is a Pal World channel, and it is championed by the one and only Stu. Yes. Chat. Chat. I want you to look at something. I've blundered. I didn't even have the experience share on Milo. So guess what? It's a good thing we dropped that save. So we restart. That's so stupid. I cannot believe that I was like, you know, I'm all mentally prepared. It's like, yeah, I've got this great plan. Don't even do what I gotta do to make sure that the plan, you know, works. All right. Oh, I didn't even have the experience share then on Milo in the whole Drake fight. I swear I know what I'm doing, Chad. I don't. Okay. These kind of setbacks, yeah. Yeah, thankfully it was a minor enough setback, and because we dropped that save right here, is we didn't end up like getting set back all the way to the beginning where I'd have to climb back. You know, I think at this point it's only 4 or 5 levels, but so it's not the worst, thankfully, but it's definitely just that like slight inconvenience that's just a bump. Oh, dude, I'd be pretty bummed if I didn't drop that save before the Wallace fight. I would be, as the kids say, not having a good time. Alright, we definitely know the Leaf Blade gets the one-hit knockout. This might be enough to get Milo up to next level. If not, we'll be just shy. Okay, just shy. I think Leaf Blade is enough for a knockout if I remember the damage calcs from earlier. Cool. Oh, crit. I don't think it particularly mattered, but I will more than happily take it. All right, 48. Yeah, so we'll, once we hit level 50, we'll jump back into Battle Dome. That was what we were working on here on stream before I had jumped back to going and finishing my living decks. So we'll jump into that. We'll hopefully do at least a tournament before we wrap stream up. So we'll still be going for a little bit longer. Chat, make sure you're staying hydrated. I just filled up my water bottle and can definitely already feel that I need to drink some more. Because Ludi has double team shenanigans. Alright, so drop the fake out, which will do a good chunk, and then we'll vital throw and grab the W. I think Milo should hit 49. And then we just rare candy for the last level. Something I would laugh about now that I've got all my Pokeblock blending done is if after these battles I ended up getting the broadcast for Blendmaster. What are y'all top 3 champion battle soundtracks out of Wallace? Cynthia number 1. Wallace number 2, I think. And then I think Blue and Fire Red would probably be 3 if I just between those 3. Now, if you're throwing in like Lance Red battle music, the music, and especially like Gold, Silver, Crystal champion battle music, so you know the music when you're fighting Lance and Red, one of my all-time favorite songs ever in Pokemon. But yeah, I think for that list though, I think it's Cynthia, Wallace, Blue is probably my order. Now here's the question. What is your order for it, Ultra Umbreon? $232. It's not too shabby. All right. Do a little reset. It's tough because that's fair, yeah. Okay, no broadcast on that TV. All right. So here we go. We're going to fly over to the Battle Frontier. Let's put you there. All right. Before we head to the Battle Frontier, though, Milo's level 50. No, I do not want to learn Safeguard. Let's look at... Okay, I only have one Toxic TM, so I can't set Milo up perfectly, but I've got her pretty close to exactly how I want her built for Frontier. So let's... Blue 1, Wallace 2, Synth. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. Alright. Time to look. Or it's time to get the Frontier team ready to rock. Hariyama there. Mine in there. Camera up there. Milo goes there. Mance. Hey, good to hear, Stu. That's huge. That's really, really good news. All right. Now, because it is almost complete, but we could do the team show off. We got leftover Swampert with Protect, Toxic, Earthquake, Surf, or as I like to call him, Stalpert, because I do enjoy doing a good bit of stall. We have a Shroomish that is currently holding an Everstone, just because we're not evolving him just yet. Substitute, Leech Seed, Stun Spore, Giga Drain. The Stun Spore we are going to be swapping for Spore once that becomes available, and then Giga Drain is actually going to be Focus Punch, and we're going to be running Salak on Breloom once he is ready to rock. We got our Mystic Water Milo. Only change that I intend to make is replacing Hail with Toxic. So she's going to work in a way a little bit similar to how Swampert is currently built. A slight adjustment from how we had the Salamence before, but we have a Cherry Berry Salamence with D-Dance, Aerial Ace, Earthquake, Brick Break. So super physical and just hope for big sweeps. Choice Band Metagross with the Funny Button Explosion, Meteor Mash, Earthquake, and Shadow Ball. And last but certainly not least, Lumberry Latios, Calm Mind Psychic, Dragon Claw, Thunderbolt. So that is the team. And for those who may not have noticed, I would like you all to take a look at the ball that each of these Pokemon have been acquired in. every single shiny that I have for the shiny living decks are all in Pokeballs. Now I do still have, because I do still have to evolve the Shroomish, I do have 3 shinies that I gotta get that are all gonna also be in Pokeballs. So that's the team. Did the raid work? I don't know how Twitch... Did it? It doesn't... I don't think I got a notification. But dude, thank you so much. I don't know if it did, because I'm not seeing a notification for a raid. I am not 100% certain. No, Starly, I completely understand that. That is no sweat. I do appreciate you you coming through. That's absolutely no problem. Don't even Oh, here it goes. Here's the raid coming. Starly, thank you so much. Here, let me see if I can do the thing. How do we do the shout outs? That's not exit. Search quick actions. Dude, thank you so much for that raid. Let's see. Ooh, hold on. No, that's not it. Let me see if I can actually set up so I can shout you out, because that was really cool of you to do. But yeah, I still had the soothe bell on my palmy. Oh no. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Why is it saying that it doesn't exist? Oh, you know what? I think I know exactly what was going wrong. Hey, there we go. If you are not following Starly XCX, go do so. Homie's out here grinding on the doubles ladder in Scarlet and Violet. I think that deserves mad respect. No, you are more than welcome. I do appreciate that raid. Now, here's where we were looking for. So, chat. I did a little bit of preparation. And I have a way to keep track of progress in the Battle Dome. So, we have completed 3 tournaments. We got 3 championships. So, if I remember correctly, we need to do 2, or we need to complete 1 more championship, and then the final match of the one after that, we'll have the Frontier Brain. So if we can end up walking away at the end of stream with another silver symbol would be insane. So we're going to... Okay. Cue Battle Frontier theme, baby. Cool. So we updated the stream information. Let's go try and get this let's go get this silver symbol, chat. Challenge. We want level 50. And you know what? This team composition has gotten me, I think, 3 of my 4 silver symbols. So, can the team comp do it again? Can we go for number 4? All right. Let's get this bread, chat. All right. Tauros Fortress Venomoth. Okay. So I think we're going to go... Nicholas is going down. We're going to go Metaments. So my thinking is if Homie decides to go Tauros right out the gate, is Clear Body's going to void the Intimidate. And then we'll also have access to Ments to potentially go into for Venomoth, as well as having access to Brick Break into either the Tauros or the Venomoth. And then also Fortress does have the possibility of going Boom. Okay, Tauros. Okay. +2 attack. Let's go. You're cooking, and I also can't believe you achieved this all on cart. Huge. And then we just hit Meteor Mash and take it. So long as we don't miss Mash, we are... Oh, chat. Immediate break it. Never punished. We are never punished here. Let's go, dude. OKO, baby. Good soup. All right, what do we got? Okay, so we're up against Craig. What do you got, Craig? Starmie, Feraligatr, Exploud. Okay. So double. I'm the fella in the blue shirt in the crowd crate battle. So what I'm neglect speed. Okay. So I think what we end up doing going into this is we go Swampert Gross, and we're basically just gonna play. We're just gonna play the stall game in this one. I'm playing my last round, then I'm done. Thankfully, nice. Best of luck in your last round. Yeah. So the Starmie does have the potential of having Thunderbolt, and having something that just laughs in the face of it is A-okay. Okay, Gator. So it might end up being Gator Exploud is the comp. Surf, okay. We miss. Okay. We're gonna try and land the Toxic again. Because the Surf, yeah, it's doing a little bit, but it's... Are you Bright Powder? I wonder if it's a Bright Powder Gator. Last round in one. Oh no, that is not bueno. Craig, where are you? Okay, it's a Quick Claw Gator. Interesting. Okay. Surf Dragon Claw, break scary face, you say. Okay, we do land the Toxic. Get that lefty's recovery. Bad luck or counter item? Age-old question. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the RNG was definitely not in my favor. Because looking at the set for this Gator is its Quick Claw as the item. So if we're gonna switch. Okay. think, yeah, Toxic should take it down this turn. Okay, Starmie. Starmie, what do you have? Hydro Pump, Thunder, Rain Dance, Recover with Shell Bell. Are you gonna go for Rain? You also could potentially go for Thunder. Okay. Gross goes down. Okay, so easy protect just to get the recovery. That's 2 pumps down. 83. Okay, there's the dance. Toxic, so that's good. So chat, we might be able to stall this Starmie out. We're gonna have to play it relatively careful, but I think we can stall it out. That should be second turn of rain. Because if you... Okay, we take the Hydro Pump, boosted by rain. Not the crit, chat. No! That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Bummer. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Back to 0, baby. Missed 5 contrary lead. Oh, no. That's a rough turn. 3 contrary leaf storms. Dude. That's a bummer. I'm sorry, Starly. All right. Level 50. All right, we're going in with the same trio. Yeah, go in. Unfortunately, missing those Toxics turns 1 and 2 definitely didn't feel great. I think if we would have played it a little bit different, I probably should have gone for a... Toxic and then Protect just to get that extra recovery. I think that would have probably been the better move. Yeah, let's go Metaments. The former champion has returned. It's me, All right, Jaden. Yeah, so we're early rounds, so we're going to be fighting a few not fully evolved Pokemon, which should be relatively easy peasy, but we will see. All right, Slowpoke down. Let's see what you got. Is it? Why not? It is. It's like I'm a psychic chat. Cool. So this should be cool. Battle 1 is done. Yeah. So if we can get at least a couple championships before we wrap up, that'd be pretty cool. Going up against Jill. Yeah, we'll go Men's Meta. I figure if we end up you know, looking at what our opponents got going into the battles, so we don't get completely blindsided. I think that's probably one of the better things we could do. All right, chat, I do want to test something just for giggles. Oh, didn't even matter. Okay. What I was gonna see is if I had my TV on, if I played the audio off of my TV, if it would have registered through the mic, but TV's not even on, so that's all right. But yeah, I've got it set up just right above my streaming station. Have any funny business about you? No, you didn't. Cool. 2 battles down, so we're halfway through for championship. Alright, we're going up against Adriana. What are you rocking? Corsola, Krabby, Teddy Ursa? I think we just rock the same... pair. Just go Men's Meta. Because at least with Brick Break, we have the type advantage against the Corsola and the Teddy Ursa. Krabby, we would just have to a little bit of brute force through, but I don't think it would be too bad. The crab. Let's at least set up AD Dance. That way we can just get the knockout one shot, hopefully. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's go Brick Break. Oh, we didn't get the knockout. Kind of curious what the damage calc might have been, but I also do need to get a damage calculator popped up here for when I'm streaming in Battle Frontier. Just make sure that I'm not, that, you know, for the more challenging rounds, is make sure that I'm like, okay, setting up properly. I didn't get the knockout against that Corsola? That's crazy. That is criminal. Second break ends up working out, so perfect. All right, first champion title, chat. Let's go. Break on a Corsola. Man's destroying the reefs. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. All right, Carlo, what do you got? Plusle Porygon Stantler. Yeah, we're gonna send the same pair, but this time we're going to go for a more. We're gonna go for a +2. We're gonna go for 2 D-Dance. If the Plusle ends up going for T-Wave, thankfully we do have the Cherry Berry, so we'll be able to recover that immediately. Okay, oh, Stantler, you have Intimidate. But you get intimidated back. Okay. Go for Dance. Okay. I think second Dance should be plenty. Because then that puts us +2 speed, +1 attack. Don't love that. Come on, punch the deer. Okay, okay. Oh. What else do you have in here? Plusle. This EQ should be plenty. This EQ... Yep, +1 EQ. Let's go. 1 championship down, baby. I do find it really charming that as you're going through the tournament is you can watch people like running to their seats. Like that's kind of fun. I do enjoy that. Stu, take that. No, I do not. Level 50. You already know who's going. With the amount of Pokemon that cause earthquakes, the tectonic plates in the world have to be royally screwed, and building codes have got to be super... They've got it. Well, there's also, you know, a Pokemon that is like something like internal temperature of like 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit or something stupid like that. Absol Shelgon Magcargo. Okay. What sets do you run, Kelly? Rock Slide, Ember, Acid Armor, Sandstorm on... Oh, but you're running Lax and Sense. Okay. Okay. Don't love that. What's the Absol? Oh, no. Heading out, but enjoy stream. No, I appreciate that, Starly. Starly, you have a great rest of your night. Thank you again so much for the raid. You take care of yourself, okay? commence with Aerial Ace that ignores evasion checks. Also, the tough Pokemon pill for me to swallow is that canonically they are not turned into energy, they just get really tiny. It's such a weird thing to like think about. I think we just go with the tried and true classic. Okay. Okay, Shelgon's coming up. Okay, so we've got the Intimidate down. What's your moveset? Headbutt, Dragon Breath, Protect, Scary Face. Let's... Oh, free dance, y'all. Free dance. Okay, can we get a second dance? Okay, second dance is up. How much are we punished, if at all? Okay, so that's +2 attack +1. No. Okay, so just +2 attack. What is your base of defense? 100. Let's... Let's EQ, because we're +2. Okay. Ooh. Not sure if the crit mattered. And Absol. Can we hit the Brick Break? Yes, we can, dude. Let's go. Yeah, a Pokemon just like inherently knowing to just get small to fit in a Pokeball is such a weird concept. Like I don't even understand that. Because there are some big dudes. Psychic Brianna. Emphasizes defense and special defense. I think we go... I think we just go the same pair, honestly. Psychic Brianna. Okay, Wigglytuff opens. Okay, so you do have Sing and Dream Eater. So I think we just go offense right out the gate. Okay. Yeah, this is a free knockout. Yeah, because like the only thing that I was worried about is that the citrus berry potentially threw us out of damage range, but it's all good. I don't think you have anything particularly scary. The only thing is like the meteor mash. Oh, I guess that psychic's kind of scary that you got with my... I think I outspeed still, though. I do think even at minus... Yeah. Sweet. We're cooking a little, chat. We're schmoovin'. We are schmoovin'. All right, we're going up against Leslie. Quillfish, Poliwrath, Crawdaunt. Neglects speed. This is my March Madness. Neglect speed, Poliwrath, Crawdaunt, Quillfish. This is a little tricky, because Mensa's a little bit frail. The thing that I'm worried about with Leslie is the potential for an Ice Punch or an Ice Beam. I think it was a Swimmer is what she was. Triathlete is what she was. Bubble Beam, Pin Missile. Okay, so Quillfish doesn't look like much of a threat. Poliwrath submission. Okay, the Rock Tomb is something to worry about. Where's your Crawdaunt? Bubble Beam, Knockoff, Protect. I've got time for one more battle, then I need to... Oh, geez, that's so early. Yeah, let's... I think this is going to be the set going into this one. Yeah, holy... Yeah, I guess in the UK, I still need to get the other kid ready for bed, too. That's fair. Oh, hey, she's going to be a mother. Everybody give congrats to Leslie. Okay, it's Poliwrath. I think you're kind of squishy. A little bit. I think you are the squish. 95 defense, you say? What if I told you Aerial Ace? Okay, wasn't quite enough. Don't love that. I should still outspeed. Oof. Yeah, we outspeed. Let's go. It's a Crawdaunt. So we are going to free dance. Free dance. We take it. Crawdaunt, I'm pretty sure you're even... Yeah, you're just slightly squishier. Crawdaunt. It's lovely to see ya. Oh. Oh. You lived. I might need to maybe be a little... Okay. Get the butter, we're cracking crabs. So I might need to be a little bit more aggressive about setting up double dances. Because that's been like the second or third in the early rounds that with one D-dance, we weren't able to just take the knockout. Okay, we're in the finals against Griffin. Pokemaniac. Okay, Machoke. Okay, you do have Rock Slide. Mantine, Surf, Ice Beam, Rain, Confuse Ray. Metang. Okay, so it's a Focus Band set. Interesting. Okay. So knowing that, I think we're gonna play stall this one. This guy. Okay, it is Machoke. Okay, one more. Gotta see if we get that championship. Because I think Machoke has the possibility of getting Guts. Harshly fell, that's okay. That's not okay. Could have been worse. So probably not tomorrow. Plan is Ultra Umbreon. I'm looking to stream next on Friday. But if did you join the Discord by chance? So usually in the Discord is I'll ping everybody when I go live. The plan is to stream Friday sometime, at least my time, a little bit more like early afternoon ballpark. So that's the plan. It'll probably be Friday. If I do end up streaming at any point between now and then, I'll just drop a ping in the Discord server. But homie, you need to get some sleep. It's probably well late for you. But Ultra Umbreon, if you are skedaddling, dude, I do really appreciate you swinging through. It was a pleasure getting to chat with you. We got the second championship, y'all. No, I do not. All right. Well, you know, actually, I'm getting hungry, chat. And I need food. So what we're gonna do, let's drop a couple quick saves, and just as we're working on signing off, just talk about the plan. Just as I was saying a moment ago, I'm not 100% sure when for sure, definitely planning to stream on Friday. Might be able to sneak a stream in there between now and then. So that's the plan for upcoming stuff. the good luck with the next battles. Good night, Ultra Umbreon. Check my Steam? Stand by. Was I supposed to have found something on my Steam, Stu? Oh, well, because I have you as a friend on Steam. Let me, just while I, yeet. Okay, hold on. I might have even been looking at the wrong spot. But chat, like I said, the plan is that for sure to do a stream on Friday. Might be able to sneak one in between now and then. If you're in the Discord, you'll be able to see the ping. But we're going to continue working on Battle Dome. So far, the tried and true trio has been continuing to run amok. And I think that's just going to be the team we rock with and hopefully get silver. Got a new YouTube video dropping tomorrow. So if you are subscribed to the YouTube, you will see that over there. Unfortunately, just because of a small snafu, if you will. The ended up deleting the original channel that I was uploading content to, so I'm uploading the Legends ZA VODs, so you'll be seeing those. You'll see from when I was doing some stuff in the Pokemon Sapphire Battle Tower, some other Battle Frontier content, as well as some Elden Ring, so be keeping your eyes out. But I'm going to sign off. The banner is going to show that stream is ending, but stick around for a raid. Take care of yourself. Be good to one another. Stay safe. We'll see you soon, chat. Stick around for a raid.